Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Bubblegum Reviews. My name is Steve, and tonight's review will be on the movie here behind me. We have Nighthawks with Sylvester Stallone, Billy D. Williams, and Rutger Hauer. So this is a second time watch for me. It's kind of a refresher just to remember what was what. A little quick summary into this is about two undercover cops who end up getting transferred over to anti-terrorism once a killer comes to town and starts terrorizing the neighborhood, and so they take action. Uh, so to get started, first things first, Billy D. Williams and Rutger Hauer, they were great. They had really good performances in this. Sylvester Stallone, for me, was the complete opposite. I did not care for his acting. A little reason why. So there's an episode where Billy D gets slashed in the side of the face. That whole episode right there from Stallone was just terrible. And mainly the part where he starts yelling and stuff. That was bad acting for me. I did not like it. The music in this fits the movie very well. I'm not saying it's great music. I'm not saying it's bad music. It fits the movie. The story and the writing are very familiar. There's nothing like, oh man, this was a real cool twist or anything like that. It's very familiar. I'm very familiar with it. The movie itself is like a long episode of Hill Street Blues. This movie screams Hill Street Blues. The undercover work, the cross-dress scene, just the whole premise of this movie is Hill Street Blues. This movie came out while Hill Street Blues was on air. So, I mean, that does make sense. The glasses in this movie, the whole sunglasses and glasses are just on point. Like, that is great. Stallone's pair, and I think Rutger Hauer or Billy, somebody else wears a pair, and dude, those are some fly shades right there. Uh, the one thing I did notice as well is there wasn't a really big connection with Billy D and Stallone. Like, I felt like they just probably had some bad blood between them or whatnot, and it just kind of affected their whole, like, Mel Gibson and Danny Glover on Lethal Weapon. Those two, that shit was great, man. And that's the thing. Like, if you're gonna have two like a undercover pair or just a pair of partners in a movie, and they have bad blood to the point where it shows on screen, that just doesn't look good. And that's kind of how I felt. So I was kind of reading up, and I guess like there was a bunch of stuff with Stallone doing some stupid stuff, like him and Rutger Hauer got into it on set, and I guess like later on after the 80s, like Stallone even said he would have punched himself in the face because of how he acted on this and stuff. And I'm just like, man, see, that's bad to hear. And that also seems like that affected why I didn't like him in this movie. But anyways, yeah, the movie itself isn't anything I'd yell to you guys and be like, you got to see this. But it's nothing that's bad either. It's not bad, but it's not great. So let's go ahead and get right down to it. Director, we have Bruce Malmuth, who the only thing I'm familiar with this guy from is Hard to Kill was Seagal. He directed that, which a Steven Seagal movie is not going to hit a home run. I mean, his best movie is either Mark for Death or Under Siege. But anyways, IMDb gave this a 6.3 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 70%. Dog Bones gave it a 2.5 out of 4. I gave it a 5 out of 10. Like I said, not gonna yell home about it, but not a bad movie. So I'm literally just splitting down the middle with it. Reasons I'd tell you to watch it is if you're into the whole buddy cop partner thing or whatever, it's not a bad watch. If you like Rutger Hauer, it's definitely not a bad watch. And overall, it's not a bad watch at all. Like, I mean, I don't really know what I can tell you to persuade you to watch this, but I will say it's like the movie Running Scared minus the laughs. It's like The Hard Way. It's like Lethal Weapon. It's like those kinds of movies. So if you're into that stuff, give it a watch. You might be like, oh, I liked it. I mean, overall, I feel like a lot more people liked it more than they did liked it less. So that might help you. Box office of 19.9 million on a budget of 5, so it made a 14.9 million profit. My interesting fact, so this kind of ties into what I was saying about Stallone and the bad blood that he was having on set and whatnot, but on the other stuff that was going on. I guess there was a bunch of stuff that was going on during the production. So this has to do with Rutger Hauer. His mom and his best friend died during production of this film. So he ended up leaving and going to both funerals and coming back in time to do the shooting and whatnot. And he also said that during this, he said that, well, after this, I guess, this movie was what helped his career flourish in America. And this is actually his first, I believe, his first American film, which I guess he turned down Sphinx or something like that. He turned down another movie that was a lot more high, like more of an A movie than this movie was. So that's pretty cool. I'm a Rutger Hauer fan, so that's cool. Anyways, up next will be little sunlight there. Pirates of the Caribbean, the second one. I don't believe I've actually ever seen this movie. If I have seen it, it's been so long that I don't remember much about it. So stay tuned. Like and subscribe. Check out my letterbox. Check out my eBay, and business cards are on the way soon. See you guys next time.